Los Estados Unidos ha sido un país de migrantes desde su fundación en 1776. Olas de migrantes han venido de todas partes del mundo en busca de tierra, trabajo, familia y libertad, un comienzo nuevo. Más que una mitad de esos inmigrantes vienen de países latinoamericanos. En Somerville, la población había seguido bajando por 4 décadas hasta los 80s, pero desde entonces la proporción de gente nacida en otros países ha doblado. La instabilidad económica y política en varios países en América Latina empezó una migración grande hacia los Estados Unidos.
¡Sí, señor!
¿Qué es lo que se une a la gente? Puede ser que para algunas es la música, para otras sería el arte y para otras todavía sería la religión. Pero una cosa que todos tienen en común es la necesidad de comer.
La vida como ríe la vida, planta de cara.
En una taquería empecé a trabajar hace 5 meses. Sí, el dueño es japonés, aunque todos los trabajadores son de México, Salvador, Colombia. No, yo soy la única de Colombia, de Guatemala, Honduras, más que todo Centroamérica.
We came here in 1998. But we came here because my dad was here already. He's been here for like 7 years. And his whole life, that since he was here since he was 21. So since then, he's been working at as a waiter. And because my uncle was of Italian descent, his sister's husband, he always worked at Italian restaurants. So I guess my dad just sort of developed a taste for Italian restaurants. In 2006, he decided to open some restaurant, and it's an Italian restaurant.
En los que los fantasmas nos roben los sueños.
Believe it or not, I was born right down the street in Cambridge, Mount Auburn Hospital. I've lived in Somerville my whole life, 25. Gone through the public school system and everything. But my parents are from Guatemala. And in Union Square, there was no type of convenience store like this, similar to this. There was no ethnic, nothing whatsoever. I think it was just a couple furniture stores and just like that. And my father decided, since there's a lot of Spanish people in the area, you know, and he decided to open it. He would cater to Hispanic customers, whatever. But it ended up being that he had a lot of Haitian customers.
Like in Costa Rica, you don't define yourself. Everyone's Costa Rican. You know what I mean? You're from Costa Rica. But in the US, because there's so many groups, people ask you to define what you are, what you think you are, how that impacts you, how it impacts your home life. You know, random stuff like that. Which, like, I never thought about until I came to this country. At first, it was hard because, you know, I sort of get defensive when people are like, well, he has an accent, he's from Costa Rica, you know, and stuff like that. And he told me, actually, this guy, one of the guys that goes to the bar, the guy had a conversation with my dad about Hispanics in the U.S. and how, you know, he felt that all the kids, like, we shouldn't be here basically because when we come here, all we do is just take advantage of the system and we're all lazy and stuff like that. And then the guy asked him, you know, what are your kids doing? He's like, well, my sons go to college, my daughter goes to college, they all work. He says that the guy was completely taken aback that, like, we were actually doing something, that we weren't, you know, just running around. And, like, he told him, he's like, oh, I just thought that, you know, they were lazy, they didn't do anything.
Growing up being Spanish, I mean, like, there's not just, you know, it's just a Mexicans, it's Mexico, all the way down to almost all of South America. And a little chunk of Europe. So you grow up not knowing that and not hearing that. When you hear that ignorance, you're like, no, it's not. You kind of elaborate on that, you know, to yourself, you know, not to people. Yeah. You know, and then you get to know, like, most of my friends were born here. So like, oh, are you Mexican? No, I'm not Mexican. I'm from this type of country.
Y muchos costumers vienen y me dicen de El Salvador, yo no de Colombia. O sea, confunde, pero sí es muy rico cuando alguien viene y te pregunta dónde eres y pues hace cuánto trabajas acá, qué te gusta. Es muy bueno porque uno así puede tener relación con los costumes, es muy rico y pues a veces sí, o sea, diferencian a por ejemplo, los salvadoreños con gente americana o con los colombianos, es muy diferente. Porque hablan distinto, la manera en que hablan, que se expresan es muy distinto y es bueno.
Okay. Growing up, I was very used to tortillas, tamales, and things like that. Tortillas are very important. Every meal has to be tortilla. Tortilla or rice. Rice was mostly because we're growing up here in the United States, you know, eventually you get the Chinese food and the pizza, but that's almost everyone that grows up here, you know. She primarily likes rice and beans, but she also likes tortillas as well as me. Yeah. So she throws that in her, you know, what's to eat today, rice and beans. If not, it's the tortillas, you know. And beef is a big thing for us. She speaks Spanish with my grandparents. I speak English to her, but she speaks Spanish with the rest of my family.
She makes gallo pinto, she makes milanesas, but milanesa is not it's not a Costa Rican food. We learned it from my aunt who married an Argentinian, and that's an Argentinian South American dish, milanesa. But she makes it, and then we eat a lot of rice and beans, we eat a lot of potatoes. When she cooks is basic traditional Hispanic food, like a lot of stews, beef stews, soups, sopa de pollo, olla de carne. When my dad cooks, he makes more like paellas, like more Mediterranean sort of foods, but still like, I guess, Latin influence. But my brother cooks too because he went to school he learned French cuisine and Italian cuisine. So like, something like milanesas, he makes it really refined and really like sort of like restaurant looking sort of thing. For his final though, he made ceviche, and ceviche is very traditional in the coastal Costa Rica. But when he cooks Spanish food, it's more refined Spanish food than I guess my mom would make. My mom makes more like homemade, you know, hearty sort of food.
Yo empecé a cocinar como a los 13 años. Mi mamá me enseñó a cocinar, entonces cocinábamos en la casa para todos, para la familia, y ella de vez en cuando me ponía a cocinar a mí para que yo fuera practicando y así iba aprendiendo. Yo antes no comía picante, entonces como en México todo es picante, entonces tienen muchas cosas de spicy, entonces yo no comía nada de picante y desde que entré a trabajar ahí he aprendido a comer un poquito de picante, no mucho, pero un poquito. Yo personalmente me siento bien cuando gente, por ejemplo ustedes, americanos, van a comer a un lugar de aparte de uno, de hispanos. Es muy rico porque uno se siente como orgulloso, que les gusta, y puede, mientras están comiendo y uno los está atendiendo, en ese momento uno puede compartir. Mucha gente llega al restaurante, ¿qué te gusta? ¿Qué me recomienda? ¿Cierto? Entonces usted le da su opinión de qué le gusta, entonces es muy bueno. Ellos miran como, ok, lo voy a probar por usted porque me dijo, ¿cierto? Es súper rico. Entonces uno se siente como bien porque uno le puede ayudar a la gente a que coma distintas cosas. O cuando la gente, por ejemplo, viene a que no puedo comer picante, algo que no tenga picante, entonces usted le muestra que no tiene picante y así no se va a enfermar. O hay gente que es vegetariana, arroz vegetariano, diferente, ¿no?
I would say food is a sort of integration type of thing, but it's kind of like a little bit of both. It's like something we would say like it would separate people or integrate. I would say it's a little bit of both. Because I know growing up as a kid, like someone would put like a salad. No, I don't want that. As kids, but over the years you just learn just to try it and go, oh, okay, the benefit of the doubt, I tried it. I would say there's a little bit of both, because a lot of I don't want to say American, but mostly people that were born here, things like that. They come and try things. They usually end up liking them, and I guess that's the way it integrates people to food.
Most of the people who live up there are white and middle class, and live in the suburbs. It's weird because they're more, I guess, naive about culture and who we are, I guess, and it was surprising to them that a Hispanic Latino would open an Italian restaurant. And then the fact that my dad has such a thick accent, I think at first to them it was really, really kind of a shock. Because I mean, people like us up there you don't really see. So in this country we put people in so many categories that we give them no choices. And I think sometimes those kids who are, in the streets who are lazy, or people who take advantage of the system, I'm like, well, that's the only choice you gave them. You didn't say, hey, you can be anything you want to be in this country. You said, well, you're Hispanic and you're going to come take advantage of us, so go right ahead, you know what I mean? So I think it has opened up their eyes to see that there are a lot of different people in this country, and there are a lot of different people who have different ideas, and there are different people who are different things in life. And I think if anything, it's made them accept the fact that, he's a hard worker, and for good people, I think it's made them see that. I mean, there's still definitely the same people who are like, this is our country, this is mine. Just like, there's 12 million Hispanics here who contribute to the economy, so it's just as much theirs as it is yours. So
Profano y santo, grande será mi